Hello everybody, Lontar is back with guides for War Within. As many people ask if when I'm gonna do them, we want them before the expansion, before the season starts, before the expansion starts, or during the season. And yeah, I mean, I try to do it as better as I can. I think I'm gonna record them literally 1-2 days before the expansion starts. Starts tomorrow, and I'm gonna be recording it just before the season. Season starts the 10th. I'm gonna record today Resto Shaman one, and I'm gonna be uploading them like every 2-3 days till the season starts. So let's start talking about Resto Shaman. Resto Shaman is a class. One of my favorite healers in was one of my favorite healers in Dragonflight, aka my main as well. And now coming to the War Within is looking even more fun, which I kind of like because it's my main, and I always kind of want to have fun on my main. And Blizzard did a good job kind of with the talent 3 that we want to be talking about right now. So let's start the guide. Resto Shaman changes from Dragonflight. What Shaman have changed on compared to like the last expansion, Dragonflight? In terms of obviously we have hero talents, which we want to talk about later on anyway. We just got like a talent 3 rework, you know, on the Shaman and the Resto one, which I kind of like it. I think they did a kind of good job with it. Like, for example, Natus Guardian costed 2 points. That was down there. Same with the Totemi Focus costed 2 points. This cost 2 points too before. Lasso was down here. This was a PvP talent. They knock on your teammates. Gust of Wind and Spirit Wall, my favorite ability for Resto Shaman, for a Shaman at all, was down here, which was almost impossible to get. And we got some new talents. We got Elemental Resistance, that every time you press Healing Stream, will reduce Fire, Frost, and Nature damage taken by 6% for the next 3 seconds. That's kind of cool ability. I mean, passive. Nothing like super game changing, but it's something something that can add up slowly, you know. We have Windrush Totem that we used to have it before too, but now we have these 2 talents that you normally probably will play Jetstream in PP. That basically what it does, this is not a freedom totem because it won't remove slows, but it's a sprint totem. So it's like Tiger Lust, but every time it pulses, you are on the totem, it will remove the slow. So for example, you're getting like Change of Ice by a DK, you put the totem down, Change of Ice is gone. If you reapply it, whenever the totem pulls again, or you go out of the totem and join the totem again, it will get removed, which is kind of nice for carrying issues, or let's say you need to cross the map fast before you get CC and stuff like this. It's good to put it for yourself to move, be faster, you know. 2-minute cooldown, but it's completely fine. What another new talent? Shaman got a new defensive talent, an extra one, because you know, you guys know this how they say this phrase that train the blue and you will win, you know, like train the Resto Shaman the whole game. In case you don't know what to do, you always train him and it will never go bad, you know. So now we have an extra CD. Basically it's a 3-minute cooldown, obviously 6 seconds left because Totemic Surge. That basically you drop it in the floor and it will give you a big shield in the beginning, which can be purged, and it will give you a shield every 5 seconds while the totem is up for the next 30 seconds, you know. So I will drop it right now. It will give me a big shield, which is 3.1 million. It's a lot. We have 7 million arena. And every 5 seconds, it will give me another absorb, which is like 10% of it kinda is 300k, which is nice. You know, the big one you can purge it. I believe this one you cannot. Anyway, on this talent, on this Shaman 3, I don't think we got anything new. Just basically easier access to everything. Okay. For example, Ancestral Guidance is the same as before, but it's way nerfed. Like, before it used to be one of the biggest CDs for Resto Shaman. Now it's just not as powerful anymore, so you cannot rely on it much, you know. Okay, and then we go to the Resto Talent 3. With they have changed a lot of stuff, you know, in terms of like being able to get the talents. This used to be like 2 points instead of 1, which is insane. Deluxe used to be 2 points instead of 1, even though it's 15 now instead of 20, but it's still good. This used to be 2 points instead of 1 and used to be there. You know, what else? Let me think. More with 2 points that now is 1. I don't think so. Maybe I'm blind. No, I don't think so. That's it. But for example, we've got many new talents. One of my favorite ones, wait, let me change this, is the new Spirit Link talent. So underling. You have a new talent. It's called Spouting Spirits. I don't know if I pronounce it properly. Spiritling totems reduce damage taken by an additional 5%. So I believe it was 10% before, and now it's 15. So while the Spiritling is up, everyone will take like 15% less damage, and it will heal up to almost 700k HP to all people that are on the link, up to 5 targets, 1 second after it's been dropped. So now, unless someone literally snipes the totem 0-1, like almost like a bot reaction, Spiritling is gonna be a cooldown now, basically. Before, with all the weak auras on all the, you know, all the 8s we had in the game, people will kill it and snipe it insta. Now we have a bit more HP, it's harder to kill. Maybe it doesn't die with 1 hit for most classes, but it basically heals. So you don't kill it insta, it will kinda, I'm not gonna say top everyone, but it will heal like 20 or 30% everybody, you know, of their HP, which is kinda good. It makes Link like a cooldown to trade now, you know. Before it used to be like, I'm just gonna press it because people are gonna die through anyway, so better be safe, you know. But yeah, another good change, another good thing, you know, is like the Omega buff healing tide in PvP. So healing tide is actually big CD. It's like one of your probably your biggest cooldown in PvP right now for as a Shaman. So it's kind of good that you protect it at all costs. Sorry. Yeah, the buffer is like a lot. I think it was like 100% more, or no, it was 300% more. I don't know. It heals a lot. Now it's another cooldown. So Shaman has like more cooldowns now. Have links, spell links, Stone Bull, turning for yourself. Erden, obviously, still the same as before. But yeah, also, more new talents that we got is this one. So before, below Mana Tide, we just got 2 talents. One that makes Mana Tide like longer range and just gives you more mana. Now it's gone, and then they rework this talent. This talent before they used to like do something else, but now it's just better. Now they just made it better, the talent better. And when you press Mana Tide, your next 3 healing surges are going to be instant cast, and they will cost 50% less mana for the next 30 seconds. This is kind of insane for these kind of moments where you need to cast, but you cannot cast because, you know, they can kick you, they can CC you, and you can lose the game. So yeah, this is insane talent. And then, you know, it becomes a bit tricky on what to play. You know, I kind of like the new talent Reactive Warden. And I kind of like the Ascendance one, which we want to talk about right now. So Reactive Warden, they buffered like last week on the beta. When refreshing Air Shield, your target is healed for 130k for each stack of Air Shield they are missing. That means right now we have like 12 stacks because of one of the hero talents, okay? Which is insane. So you're missing 10 stacks, you will be healing like, how much is that? 1.3 million. You know, we have 6-7 million, so it's kind of insane heal. Of course, this doesn't work when they purge it. When they purge the L shell and you reapply it, it won't heal. This is just to refresh. So, for example, you won't play this always. You don't want to play this always. You face like a comp that only spam purge your L shell. This is not worth. You can just go place like more healing here or more healing here, you know, or other talents anyway. And another one of my favorite talents for Shaman is this one. So basically, you can choose 2. One, make an Ascendance, a 2-minute cooldown, which is kind of insane, to be honest. You could literally have another extra CD you want instead of 3-minute, 2-minute, which is kind of insane talent, you think about it. But I actually never played it, never tried it on the beta, because this one is way too good. So when you pop Ascendance, your haste is increased by 25%. While Ascendance is active, and its duration is increased by 3 seconds. So every time you pop Ascendance, you get Bloodlust, which is completely insane. Also, at the same time, we tried and tested it. This haze works with Ascendance procs from deeply root elements. So every time you proc an Ascendance, you get the Bloodlust with it. And this is kind of insane, because you guys know how global starved Shaman is in Arena, that sometimes playing a lot of haste is actually, it feels so nice, you know. So this is why this talent kind of helps you a lot to recover when you pop Ascendance and when you get a proc, you know. This is why it's kind of hard to like pick first Ascendant, even though this 1 minute less on Ascendance is kind of big. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of the big changes for For Resto Shaman, we're gonna be talking about the hero talents later on. Don't worry. Resto Shaman performance compared to other healers. I mean, I have been doing war games with pro players, with ABC players like myself, and with I've been doing shuffles on the beta on NA servers. And I can tell you, Shaman is in a good spot right now because he's not OP and he's not bad either. He's like, I would say, it's top 3, top 4 healer right now in solo shuffle. In 3v3, it could be another story. It depends how the meta is. The problem right now is preservation is way too strong. Is going to get nerfed 100%. There is no way it goes like that. So 100% is getting nerfed. And yeah, whenever that happens, Shaman is gonna become one of the best healers. But yeah, anyway, first one preservation, second one disc priest, and then Shaman I will say is the same level as Resto right now. Yeah, I guess it's matchup dependent, you know. But yeah. Anyway, we go to the next one. Bear races, each faction. For Horde, as always, Orc is the best racial. Basically, like we always play in every single guide, every single expansion, every single season. Hardiness is way too OP. Duration of stuns effects reduced by an additional 20%. That's just way too OP in PvP. Like, there is so many people, there is so many rogues. Now there is gonna be so many ferals because they're insane. You know, and this could literally give you the game or not, surviving at 10% or just dying, you know, in the stun. Also, the unused racial Blood Fury every 2 minutes gives you 5k intellect. I don't know if in Arena Smart, probably it is, for 15 seconds. This is insane as well too, so yeah. And also Orc kinda looks good on Shaman. Anyway. And for Alliance is a hard one. I really think probably the best one overall is Dark Iron Dwarf. But I can see normal dwarf being good too. So you get the extra crit, crit healing or crit damage whenever you crit, and at the same time you get damage reduction from Stoneform. But yeah, anyway, I think just Dark Iron is probably the better. I mean, the best one for Alliance. Anyway, we go next one. Main stats, gems, embellishments, and tierset. Main stats for Resto Shaman, nothing has changed from Dragonflight, from Shadowlands, from BFA. And probably from before, you kind of want to go mastery. Mastery is just the best thing for Resto Shaman right now. Increase the healing from your spells by up, depending the percentage you have, based on the current HP of your target. So that means the lower your target your healing is, the more you will heal. Which I kinda love Shaman Mastery, but I feel like it's not as good as it used to be. And yeah. What other things can be good for Resto Shaman? Obviously Bersa. You want to have Bersa Mastery almost every piece. But if you had to like pick something else because you don't have the Conquest, because you don't have the Bloody Tokens in Season 1, whatever reason, I will always choose Haste over Crit. Crit, I mean, unless you actually have way more than 5% that I have right now, let's say you already have 15, then you can go to like 25, sure. But outside of that, I feel like Haste gets more value. Shaman is too global starved. The more haste you have, the nicer will feel. The more globals you will have to do stuff, to do damage, to push, to hex. Easier to fake as well. You have to cash, you know. And to be honest, every class feels nicer when you play haste on them, you know. So yeah, I would say mastery, Versa mastery the best. And then you have to pick another stat. I will probably pick haste 100%. Gems, as I said. I will always pick high mastery, low Versa. Unless I'm like, you know, Season 1, you probably won't break like the cap of Versa and the cap of mastery, so you won't go another stat. So yeah, I will pick high mastery, low Versa. But one thing we need to talk about, precognition is gone from embellishments to a gem. Precognition is going to be a gem in the War Within. Let me see if I have it on. This one. It gives you like 181 prime stat, and it gives you precognition. It's a gem instead of an embellishment, which we like, and I believe I think they have to craft them and stuff, so it's fine. Or you can buy the sockets. You can buy them with all the sockets for the items. You can buy them with honor, I believe, or conquest. I think it's honor, which is it's a big change for the War Within. I fucking love it. And yeah, so the gems, that's it. You get precognition and full mastery Versa. Embellishments. Okay, the embellishments for Shaman. I have tried many, but I feel like the only one that actually feels nice is just this one. You can stack it. You stack it twice. I have it on the belt and I have it on the ring. While you are above 80% HP, direct healing you do. So single target healing, aka all the single target healing like Riptide, initial heal or Riptide, Unleash Life, healing surge, healing wave, primordial wave. I don't know. That's direct healing, right? Not AoE healing from like healing tide, you know. So all this direct healing, you do also redistributes up to 2% of your HP to your target. So you basically give your HP to the guy after you are healing. This is like Vitally Conduit Essence back in BFA, I believe. Something like this, but as a passive. And you can stack 2, so they do kind of good healing. I mean, let me show you, 5% of your healing. Sometimes that's even more, depends how hectic the game is. And yeah, that's the only like embellishment that felt like it was good. There could be better ones later on that we didn't like give enough opportunity on to just try them, but yeah, I feel like that's the best ones in my eyes so far. And tierset. Shaman tierset, okay. I used to play it a lot in the beginning. Let me see if I can show you. Okay. But because it's nerfed in arena, it's not worth. So basically, I love the tierset. This tierset, if it was not nerfed in arena, it will make the class, I'm not even trolling, like twice as fun. So basically, tidal waves increase the healing of affected spells by 10%. So what is tidal waves? Tidal waves is the buff when you Riptide that reduces the cast time of your healing wave and chain heal by 20% and the crit effect chance of your next healing surge by 30%. Okay. So this is what you play around versus Shaman all the time. So with the tierset, your what is it? So for example, your healing wave, chain heal, and surge are going to heal 10% more. And you will be like, yeah, that's insane. Yeah, but in arena it's 5% more, okay? So, because it's half. 5% more is still good, though. Okay, let's leave it there. It's still good. But look at Force. Tidal Waves is 80% more effective and reduce the mana cost of effective spells by 8%. So on top of the tierset that increase the healing of your Surge, Wave, and Chain Heal, the Forced makes the cast time of your Wave and your Chain Heal 80% stronger. In arena is half, 40% stronger. And the crit chance of your Surge, how much stronger? 80% too. Okay, which is, you think about it, is completely insane. But the problem is nerf in arena by 50%. So it's not as big. The problem is, if the tierset items had good stats for Shaman, you will be like, oh, I mean, I'm gonna play it anyway. The problem is, look at the stats, okay? On the helmet, high mastery, low crit. You will say, okay, this is fine, I don't mind. But then you go to the helmet, to the shoulders, high haste, low versa, really bad stats. You go to the chest, high versa, low crit, bad stats because no mastery. You go to the braces, high crit, low haste, terrible stats. And then you go to the legs, high mastery, low haste. High mastery is good, obviously. So you could think, maybe I could play tierset, I could play helmet, and I could play legs. The problem is both items don't have versa. So you will be missing a lot of versa, you will be squishy. So I just figured it out that it's just not worth. For 5% more healing on Surge, Wave, and Chain Heal, it's just not worth to lose that much versa. You will probably gain it in return by playing all the versa, So yeah, we just play no tierset. I think that's the best for now after all the games that I played on the beta. And yeah, we move on now. Talents, hero talents, PvP talents. Okay, talents. As we talked about earlier, some talents have changed. What will I play? This will be my standard build, kinda. I think Wind Restorer, many people don't like it. Many people think probably this going like this is much better. And then getting one extra talent, I don't know, like here. That's fine, you can do that too. I kinda think you can make an impact with Wind Restorer on your teammates or yourself. Let's say, for example, a priest is chasing you for a fear. You can Wind Rush yourself as well to get movement speed and get away, or like to cross the map, or like give it to your warrior to remove slows from a frost mage. Doesn't remove roots though. With this talent, does not remove roots but removes slows. So it's like a tiger lash all the time you join on the totem. I kinda love the totem. I think it's kinda good. At the end of the day, it's all preference. But yeah. And the other talents is same as always. Now we can have Gust of Wind baseline, which I love it. You can have it baseline almost. Now we have Lava Surge. Lava Surge used to be here, which means Lava Surge is baseline now, which is really pog. You have it here. So when you put Flame Shock, you have a chance to proc Insta Lava Burst. That's baseline now. Also, we have a raid buff that I forgot to say earlier, which is called Sky Fury. The Sky Fury Totem is gone now. Now we have a raid buff that gives you 2% more mastery. On auto attacks, I have a 20% chance to instantly strike again, which is kinda insane for melee, so you play with melees too. And yeah, let's go back to the talents. To the talent 3. Yeah, I mean, this one, elemental resistance, you only want to play it, like, let's say you face a Frost Mage, Fire Mage, Frost Decay, Bunkin for natural damage, a Survival Hunter for natural damage. I believe they do. What else? Elemental, Fire, Frost, Mage, Frost Decay, Bunkin. Yeah, I don't know, stuff like this. Otherwise, you can literally just go here for 4% more crit chance. Or you can just go, let's say you need like Curse Spell, you can go here. Or let's say you don't need any, you don't need this one, you don't need this one, you don't need this one. You can just go for like, you know, you can go down here and you can, let's say you don't need Sprint. You can go for the extra HP because you think they're going to kill you. You get 10% more HP, you know. Let's say you still don't need this, you need more tankiness. Okay. You can still go like and remove like some other abilities. Let's say you don't need the knock, you can just go for extra mobility, just to like be faster and put totems on Ghostwolf. You know, there is many options, and yeah, I mean you can play Sword Hex to ace the enemy and hex people all the time, every 15 seconds. I don't think you will play Earth Elemental almost at all unless it's like a super like scary comp that they do a combo and they just kill you through everything. So sure, to survive one go with this is kind of nice, especially because now you have this talent, Primordial Bound, that when your elemental is active, you take 5% less damage, and also you have 15% more HP. So with this one, and this one, you will be really tanky as well, you know. I expect that I like to play a lot. For example, when I face these combo setups like DKs, Frost DKs, or DKs when they play with Windwalker, or like a Demo Hunter, I like to play like Spirit Wolf, and on top of that I like to play Ancestral Wolf Affinity, so I can put totems for winning Ghost Wolf, and at the same time I have a Spirit Wolf up, which means I have more movement speed, and I will take 20% less damage while I'm in wolf form, you know, so it's kinda insane. There is many ways. The other three, I think it's just like you cannot shop a much around much. You think it's gonna be a mana game and you need mana, you can pick Resurgence. I don't think it's that strong right now. I think mana is fine in 3v3. It's not OP as before, but it's fine. What could you replace to get it? You can maybe remove the HP, you know? If you think it's not a super heavy, it's just only a mana game and it's not about like surviving, you know, from setups and stuff. More talents. I think this one is mandatory in my eyes, at least. This one is mandatory. This one is mandatory. All the talents are mandatory. The only thing I could see swapping, for example, is just like, let's say, people are purging a lot, you know, and you cannot get value from refreshing your LCL match. Then I will just replace this, go one in Undercurrent, remove Tide Waters, and go to Undercurrent to get 2 points here. Why? Because this one, for each Riptide active you have on an ally, it will heal 1% more. Okay, so you have 3 Riptides up, you will do 3% more healing. And this talent with this talent is completely insane. Why? Because every 4 cast of Riptide, an ally that doesn't have Riptide will get a Riptide. So you can have more Riptides up, more Riptide uptime the whole game. That means you will have more healing. So it just depends what you face and what you like more. And then we go to the hero talents, the new thing in the War Within, which I think they're looking really good, especially Farseer one. We have Call of the Ancestors. This is one of the things that I like the most. So basically, you can use Undulation or Unleash. We use Unleash Life in PP. So every time you press Unleash Life in PP, or I mean, every time you press Unleash Life, you summon an Ancestor. I'm gonna show you how it looks. You press it, And this is how it looks. It's like a copy of yourself, kinda. And it will replicate some abilities, offensive ones and defensive ones. We're gonna see them in a second, don't worry. Talent-wise, here, I will always pick, like, I will orient my talents here on, like, proccing the most ancestors as possible. So, for example, I'm not gonna pick that my ancestor heals 20% more. I'm gonna pick that ancestors have a 20% chance to call another ancestor for 6 seconds when they expire. And then here, instead of like having the ancestor lasting 4 seconds longer so you can drop it every unleash life, I'd rather have like the Rip that have a 15% chance to call an ancestor. So you have more RNG and more chances of getting a lot of ancestors at the same time, so you do more healing. Then we have more healing Riptor and more Lava Burst damage, and at the same time we get 1 extra charge on Lava Burst and Riptor, which is kinda OP for Shaman. This is why Farseer is so good. And obviously this synchronized too with the other 2 talents we talk about, with this one, and at the same time more chance to proc Riptor because you have more, so you press it more because it's good ability to press, really important. This reduces the cooldown of Riptor as well, so even more. You get 5% more mana. Tidal waves can stack to 4 times. Spirit Walker's momentum. Your Spirit Walkers last 1 second longer, up to maximum of 4 seconds. You cast during it. You use spells during it, like Healing Source, Healing Wave, Chain Heal. And then here to be tankier with the how it's called, Natus Guardian, or just, you know, reducing it 15 seconds and give you 10% more HP in case you're facing like a Sabrok and they're always trying to kill you. Or just play this one, which Airseal is 12 stacks instead of like 9, and it heals 25% more, which is insane talent. And it's synchronized insanely good too with reactive warding, so because there is more stacks to refresh, it will do more healing, obviously. And then the last one. This is basically your NS, but it's 30-second cooldown instead of 1 minute, and it does 10% more damage and healing. And it costs no mana. That's basically it. It's like an improved NS, 10% stronger than the other one, which is not much compared to Druid one, and it's 30 seconds. So that's the good thing. And yeah, that's all for Farseer. So far, that's the only thing we play. Okay. We want to talk about Totemic too, in case, you know, the meta change, so the guide is still good. We get a new totem that replaces Healing Rain, so it's called Surging Totem. 24 seconds CD, it lasts 24 seconds too. It's almost impossible to kill the totem, it has way too much HP, so every time you drop it, it will drop a Healing Rain around it, and it will give you like 3 different buffs, which I'm gonna show you. Let me put the talents first, sorry, because I didn't play it. There you go. So basically, you know, now every time you press a totem, it will drop chain heals. The water totems, healing stream, healing tide, spirit link, mana tide. You know. Here you have like while Ascendance is active, Shooting Totem heals 150% more, which is not bad. Or while Shooting Totem is active, my favorite, your damage and healing down is increased by 3%. It's not much, but it's good, you know, it's extra healing. Your Healing Tide Totem, Healing Stream, Cloud Burst, Mana Tide, and Spirit Link Totem cast a free chaining heal at 100% effectiveness when you summon them. Good, as I said before, that's like the tier set of Shadowlands. Oversized Totems, this is my favorite thing. Increase the size and radius of your totems by 15% and the HP by 30%. This is one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to play Totemic, so they cannot kill my totems that easy. All the totems, especially Healing Tide, Mana Tide, because all the weak auras. But sadly, Farseer is just way better right now. Here you get the Absorbs when you have totems active, which is really nice. Your Healing Stream, this is one of my favorites too from Totemic. Your Healing Stream now also heals a second ally at 50% effectiveness. This is kind of insane too. Increase the duration of your early living effect by 3 seconds. This is fine. Not the greatest. And then here, this is another, not weapon enchant, but shield enchant. So basically, it will enchant your shield for 1 hour. Your healing dawn is increased by 2%, and the duration of your healing stream and clovers increased by 4%. So if the game was a bit slower and the nerf Farseer, I think Totemic will be insane and it will be really fun. I swear to God, you will play around too much about totems. That's why it's called Totemic. And your healing stream will blast, and it will be hard to kill, and it will last longer, and it will do way more healing as well. So Kinda hope they give some love to Totemic, sorry. But Farseer is fun too, and it's kinda OP as well. And then we have change from your totems 25% more effective, which is fine. Or Air Surge. Air Surge is kinda nice as well. Allies affected by your Earth and Wall totem, Ancestral Protection totem, and Earth Living effect receive 10% more healing from you. So that's kinda insane buff. This is up a lot because you have Earth Living weapon on the guy a lot. Big uptime on them, so it's kinda good. You have 10% more healing almost all the time. And then this is the 3 buffs we talk about every time you drop Surging Totem. So when you drop Surging Totem, you get 3 buffs that they disappear when you spend them, when you consume them, or when you when the totem ends. So you drop a totem, you get 3 buffs: water, air, and earth. When you have them all at the same time, you don't have to choose or anything. The water one, your next healing wave and surge also heals an ally inside your healing ring. So this is like, let's say your water is at 20% HP, okay, and the play will be like to put the totemic totem on him, the surging totem, this one, and then cast a healing wave or surge, so it will heal twice. It's not super realistic, but yeah, because maybe the guy charges out, or the guy moves out, or he gets grip, or he gets, you know, whatever. So this is more like PvE oriented. Air, the cast of your next healing spell is reduced by 40%. That's kind of nice. I fucking love this. Your healing wave is or chain heal is gonna be like 40% faster cast. It's insane. And earth, your next chain heal applies earth living at, yeah. And this chain heal works with the totem one, with the one that drops from your water totem. So this is kind of nice. But sadly, Farseer is just 10 times better right now. Ancestors are way too OP. They heal too much. And that's the only reason why Shaman works right now. I think you can make it work with Totemic. Maybe for Blitz solo queue is better. Because, you know, everyone is fighting or like stack more in one pixel, you know, around the flag or around the, you know, the base. So you can get more value from healing rain and the, you know, the totem itself. But outside of that, no. Also, you place Totemic, you will just play this talent, Rain Dance, because the totem costs a lot of mana. It costs 16k mana. And with this, you will make it like cost 45% less mana, which is insane. And for talents, I believe I didn't miss anything else. And hero talents, or the PP talents, same as last expansion. We have grounding, we have living tide. Grounding basically to like absorb magical specs. Last 3 seconds. Living tide basically makes your healing tide stronger. The nerf static field totem, it was 1 minute CD in Dragonflight. Now it's 1 minute and a half. 1.4, I guess. It's 1 minute and a half. I don't know. My maths are really bad when I say 1.4. It's 84 seconds, 85 seconds. So yeah. And what else? Burrow. Basically, you go under the earth and you're unhittable. And when you go up, you do damage to the guy. 500k is a lot. Unleash Life, sadly, you cannot afford it. You have way too good PvP talents to afford it. It's a cool talent. You can knock people, root people with it, and reduce damage with the Whirling Pool for 6 seconds. It's really good talent, but there is better ones. Electrocute, they buff it lately, but it's not good. 100k damage every time you purge, and your purge is literally like 12 seconds CD. It's just not worth, sadly. Counter-Strike Totem, stop being good after Legion. And then, instead of having a Sky Fury PvP totem, they made a new totem, which is called Totem or Wrath. It's a passive. So every time this totem only will work when you play Primordial Wave. Totem or Wrath, Primordial Wave summons a totem at your feet. So when you press Primordial Wave, you summon the totem for 15 seconds. That increases the critical effect or of damage and healing spells of all nearby allies within 46 yards by 15% for 15 seconds. So it basically drops the totem for 15 seconds after your Primordial Wave, and it gives like 15% more critical damage. Critical damage and healing. Not critical chance. Critical damage and healing. Which is really good for like some caster classes like Elemental, like Destro Warlock for Castball, you know, stuff like this. Fire Mage, I guess, on Combust. And yeah. The other talents are just, it's just, you're used to like restrict on talents, kinda. These three are way too good, you know? Anyway, that's all with the talents. Let's move on. Healing rotation. Healing rotation. Now you just gotta play basically around the around your Riptides, around your Airshell, and around your ancestors. So, but I don't think it's kind of the same as Dragonflight, but I will explain it quick anyway. So basically, you want to have always in the target Airshell and Riptide. Airshell, why? Because you increase the healing from the guy as well by 20%, I believe it is. Unless I'm mistaken. Let me double check for you guys. I believe it's 20% more healing. Unless it's being changed. Yeah, the guy will take 20% more healing, and also, you know, the Airshell itself will heal as well. And the guy will take 5% less damage. It was 6 before with Earth and Harmony. So yeah, you kinda need to have Airshell all the time on the guy. You wanna heal him because you do 20% more healing, and Riptide also. So you need to cast a heal, healing wave, surge, or chain heal. You need to make sure the guy has Riptide, because your surge, wave, or chain heal will do 15% more healing because of the loose talent. That's the basic stuff. What do you need to do? In the rotation, basically, you need to play. You need to play before in Dragonflight, and even in Shadowlands, you didn't like play around. You know, you didn't like spam use Unleash Life or think too much about when to press it. But now you kind of have to. So now you think about it a little bit. Your NS with the Farseer is 30-second cooldown. And what is the cooldown of Unleash Life? Unleash Life is 15. So this means you can press Unleash Life to empower your Ancestral Swiftness, your NS. And you can, at the same time, you will be able to press another Unleash Life in between ancestral one Ancestral Swiftness and the other one. So you can do one Unleash Life to empower your NS, and the other one used to like empower a Riptide or a casted heal, you know. And that's basically how you want to play around it. At the same time, what do you want to do when someone is low HP? In terms of HPs, we're not talking about cooldowns like healing stream, healing tide, Erden, Link, Ascendance. We're going to talk about it on city management after. You basically try to make sure you have totems up, like healing streams up, like always rolling. Their sorcery, 24 seconds, and the last 19 seconds, I believe, he says there, 18 seconds, which is a lot, you know. And every time you consume, what is it? Here. Every time you consume tidal waves, you will even reduce it 3 seconds. So make sure it's always up. Healing stream, make sure you never have 2 charges. Always make sure you can have 1 charge. You can even have both up, it's fine. But make sure you never have 2 the whole game. Try to don't sit too much on them. Like, it is fine. If nothing is happening, it's fine. Just press it. Never have 2. You never save 2 for some reason. Just always have 1 rolling. So yeah, make sure Airshell is up, Riptide is up. Then what the perfect rotation will be like pressing Primordial Wave, then having Riptide, Airshell up, then pressing Unleash Life, and then pressing NS with Healing Wave. Okay, with Healing Wave. Why? Because Healing Wave heals a little bit more, and also you kind of want to do it with Primordial Wave. Your NS needs to be always with Primordial Wave. That's the key. So basically, the rotation is Airshell, Riptide up. Then you want a Primordial Wave first to get the buff. So after you do a Healing Wave with Primordial Wave, it will do it will like replicate the Healing Wave at 40% effectiveness on the guy that has Riptide on. So basically, the play, how to top someone, or a little bit, is Riptide up, Airshell up, Airshell up, Riptide up that you can have with Primordial Wave. Then you have 15 seconds to spend it, which is do Unleash into NS. NS with Healing Wave. That's it. And you don't have Primordial Wave because you use it for some reason. You can do Healing Source too, because, you know, has bigger chance to crit. So you crit, obviously, a crit Healing Source is gonna heal way more than a non-crit Healing Wave. Obviously, you can crit a Healing Wave too, but your chances of critting a Healing Wave is really low, you know? So yeah. Try to like have your healing stream on cooldown, or like rolling always never have 2 charges on your bars. And so basically you kind of want to do one least life in between the Nessus, either for Riptide or either for a casted heal, you know. And that's basically it in terms of rotation. There is nothing really important about it. You just kind of want to Primordial Wave, Unleash, Swim in the Nest. That's basically it. Okay? And the good thing about this is you want to do it always after Unleash Life, because these Ancestors, I will show you in a second. So I program Ancestor now with Unleash Life, okay, as you see. If I do a Riptide, they will do... I guess I'm not like... let me see. Guess I need to drop HP, give me a second. Let me proc it in a second. I will do a Riptide. It doesn't show here. No, sorry, I had it on the wrong thing. So I do a Riptide, and the Ancestor will heal me with Healing Surge. So every healing ability I do, like Healing Wave, Healing Surge, Riptide, Unleash, you see the Ancestor will do a Healing Surge on me. Not as powerful, but it's still really good. It crit 500k when I have outside of arena like 6 million, 6.4 million. So every time I press Riptide, Unleash, Healing Wave, Healing Surge, the Ancestor will cast a Healing Surge on me. It's insta-cast, he doesn't need to cast anything, it's just instant, you see? So this is why, whenever you have Ancestors up, you kind of want to spam the most globals possible. So you have 3 Riptides, after you Unleash and you don't have an S, you literally spam them, spam globals. Spam globals, so you know, they do healing, spam globals, you know? So they do the healing surges. Other things that the Ancestors do, healing wise, is basically with your totem. So for example, I summon it, and then I press a Healing Tide, it will cast a Chain Heal. I do a Healing Stream, it will cast a Chain Heal. I do a Link, it will cast a Chain Heal. I don't know if I can find it. Yeah, it should be there. I press a Mana Tide, it will do a Chain Heal. If I can find it. I guess I need to be like lower, you know? But that's basically it, how it works. Actually, wait, what is it? Sorry. Up to my shit here. Yeah, you see, they will do a Chain Heal, you know? This is how it works. And that's basically it. You just need to play around it. How do you summon Ancestors? You summon one guarantee always with Unleash Life, and every time you Riptide, you have a chance to drop another one. To proc another one. As you see, one proc right now, and then once one is gone, it has a 20% chance to summon another one, like that one. You see, a new one come here out of nowhere, because when the one expires, it has a chance to summon another one. So I summon one right now and I spam Riptide. That's one of the best ways to heal. Obviously, while having, you know, your air shell Riptide up, your healing stream, you know, stuff like this. Anyway, that's the basically. It's not super complicated rotation, but you need to make sure you do it the right way. City management, Resto Shaman. Now Resto Shaman has cooldowns. It's not like other expansions. Shaman will link, Shaman will press Healing Tide, then everything will be like, yeah, sure, bro, we don't care about that. Boom, they kill the link, they kill the spirit, the Healing Tide 0-1 because of 20 weak auras, and you lose the game. So now what? Now, Healing Tide actually heals a lot. So you kind of want to like protect at all costs. What do? I can normally save my root totem, my knock, my static field to protect my Healing Tide. So if I'm close to the pillar, what I do is I put it behind the pillar. Let's pretend this is a healing stream because I don't have it ready. I put it behind, and then let's... Oh, the water is coming to get it. I static. He kills the static. I root him. He's coming here. I knock him. He's trying to kill it again. I lasso him. Because people are like, oh, the weak aura tells me kill Healing Tide. Boom. And they use, even the top players, they literally zook to kill the Healing Tide. Everybody. Literally everybody. So your mission is to protect it. Because right now, unless there is so much happening, you get a full value Healing Tide, the guy will never die. Healing Tide is a cooldown now. It's really good ability, you know? So you can move behind the pillar and then protect at all costs, you know? She has big range as well. So yeah. How do you manage your cooldown? Spirit Link is a cooldown too now. You can actually survive through it. You need to like think a bit smart in terms of like what are you playing. Let's say you're playing Shuffle. In Shuffle, what is more? What can you rely more in dampening? In dampening, you should rely more on your link than your healing tide. So you always kind of want to drop a healing tide first. Also, a shorter CD, healing tide. Spell link is 3-minute cooldown. Mana tide is 2.2. It can be even shorter. You play the other talent, 45 seconds shorter. You know. So you kind of always want to drop early healing tide, especially if you play short one, which I can see it working, to be honest. I think it could be really good playing short one. Like, short healing tide is insane. Anyway. So yeah. I think the way of trading coolers on Shaman, it depends too much on the situation, you know? It depends too much on who they're going. But always try to, like, think what is gonna be easier for you to, like, trade. Because let's say you're facing, let's say you're playing Tolbiron in solo shuffle, okay? And you're playing a melee cleaver versus Shaman, and then you face, as a the melee cleaver, you face a double caster, like a mage lock. Sometimes for you, you can get stuck in CC in Narnia, and your DPSs are stuck into the other side of the map. And for you, it's hard to, like, trinket the ship that you're 40 years away, and then get there, and then press the link before getting precision your trinket. So sometimes, unless you're stacking with them, it's hard to, like, get that link. So you just need to think twice and be like, okay, I need to get my link off, and I have trinket ready. So when I'm not on voice with anyone, you need to be like, okay, the only way I get it without getting destroyed on it or my trinket or anything is being close to them, or them being close to me. But in Shuffle, you want to be the one that have to carry and be close to them just to press the cooldown. Whenever you don't have the link, you get away. Sometimes you want to have to link early of the game because there is no other, there is nothing you can do about it, and that's it. What do I do? Basically, the best way of pressing Citizen Shaman, the game starts, I kind of like to play this talent a lot, 2-minute reset, Call of the Elements, so I just press an Earthen. Whenever I see the enemy is about to go, I reset and I press double Earthen. Meanwhile, I put another Torments, Healing Streams, make sure I have everything. And while this, I'm delaying the game a lot. Nobody can die through double Earthen if I do it high HP. And yeah, that's Earthen, especially stacking it, is kinda insane. It's a big cooldown. And yeah, after it's 2 Earthens in solo shuffle or even in 3s, they still wanna go, they're still doing a lot of damage. And I'm close to the pillar, I put a healing tap behind the pillar there, you know? And that's basically it. Next cooldown I have to press, if it's solo shuffle, for example. It could be, you know, I will probably let the guy press his defensive. If you don't trust him, try to, like, out heal it with the Ascendance or with the Unleash Life, Primordial Wave, Primordial Wave into Unleash Life into an S, you know? Stuff like this. And then sometimes it's gonna be better to press Spirit Link than Ascendance and Guidance, but it just depends on the situation, you know? It's just hard. There is no specific order on how to press it, but of course, in dampening, Spirit Link has more value because, sure, the dampening will affect the new talent heal, sure, but the Spirit Link will, you know, you're full HP and the other guy's full HP, but the other one is 10%. It will heal him, you know? It will heal him to like 50% maybe, if the other two are 100%, or like 60, something like, or even more. I don't know how much, I don't know, remember the percentage exactly, but yeah. You will get more value than saving Ascendance, you know, in dampening. In 3v3, the rotation could be completely different, but I will always do the opener of like Earthen, reset, and then Earthen again. That's always a standard for me. I do it in 3v3, I do it in Shuffle, I do it in tournaments, always. It's kind of something to do. Also, when you play the 2-minute one, it's always important to do. You play without the 2-minute one, you play 3-minute one instead. Try to save the reset for your second Earthen in Shuffle, you know? So, because you won't get the second reset. Because it's 3 minutes, it's really rare that you will get a second reset, you know? Because that will be 70 or 80% dampening. And I think that's it in terms of CDM. Most important macros for Shaman? Not many. The ones that I recommend the most on Shaman, for example, you know what I do when I play Orc Shaman? I kind of bind my Blood Fury with Ancestral Guidance, because the more healing output you get on Ancestral Guidance, the more healing you do. So the more modifiers you have, the more healing you will do. I have 2 macros for NS Surge and NS Healing Wave. Normally, the Healing Wave is the one you want to use the most, but this is, you know, basically how you should do it. Then I have arena 1, 2, and 3 hex, which is kinda, I think is needed. Then I have no, this one is not. What is the ping one? This one. This one is the one that I used. This is the one with the ping system. You put ping here and then the cursor macro, which it will put the totem on my cursor, and it will give the ping. And you don't need to be leader. Like normally you have the mark, the war mark thingy to put a, you know, one of these marks like this on the totem. But yeah, you need leader for that. Like this, it doesn't matter if you're leader or not. You can just throw it, you know. What else? Let me see. Let me see. What macros? Apart from the cursor for Earthen Wall Totem, I kinda use the Spirit cursor too. Don't take this. Don't look at this. This is like to make my UI cleaner. Just for link too, so I can just throw it whatever my cursor is, just to be a bit faster. And yeah, I don't think there is anything more or like anything that is gonna make you like get through 300 rating in terms of macros, you know, for us as Shaman. Unless I'm forgetting something. No, I don't think so. I think for us as Shaman, you don't need like any like 1v9 macro or anything. Use arena 1, 2, 3 kicks, arena 1, 2, 3 hexes like we showed, you know. Same with wind shears. NS for this, for search and wave. I synchronize or I put together Blood Fury and Ancestral Guidance. For cursor, you can have, you know, for roots you can have cursor or not. I prefer to not have it, so I can see the, you know, the green area, you know. And that's basically it in terms of macros, okay? Best comps for us to Shaman. It's hard to know right yet, but normally the last 2 expansions has been DS Bunking, probably the best overall comp. Right now, Bunking and Demo Hunter are not looking that good, and also Demo Hunter they remove that PP talent that makes magical damage increase on the turret they're hitting, so it will lose a little bit of synergy with Bunking. But so far, I don't know. I guess you just need to like pick the OP classes and try to make them more with Shaman, you know? So for example, right now, what is OP? Fury Warrior, Frost Mage, Feral, Preservation as healer, obviously. What will I play? Probably some SP comp. I will say, like, for example, SP Fury Warrior could be really good with Resto Shaman, even though SP probably dies a lot into melees. I will probably play SP Sabrok, it's probably really good RPS. SP Feral is probably one of the best comps I can think of right now, because SP is really, really good, and Feral is Omega strong. There is probably more comps, but if I had to bet money on it, I think I will play like SP Rogue, SP Feral, SP Warrior. I think something with SP. I don't think you can... I mean, you can play with Affliction or with Destro or even Demo and SP, but I feel like it's way too slow comp, and the game meta is kind of fast in 3v3, so yeah. Weakness and strength of Resto Shaman. It's always been the same, and it's literally the same now. The weakness of Shaman is just getting trained. Literally getting trained, and constant spam puts the Urshel. So when you face Priest, when you face dragons that klepto all your Riptide and Urshels, that's when Shaman struggles the most, or when you just get trained by melees. Right now it's easier because you can have Gust of Wind almost default because it's easier to pick. You have a new cooldown, which is Stone Bulwark Totem, which is a big shield for you. You have 1 extra Riptide, you have more healing, you have a sprint all the time. You know, it's way easier to survive now than before. You can kite with Burr as well. But yeah, the weakness of Shaman is like getting trained, getting spam purge on Urshel and Riptide, and also having to heal, for example, an SP when it's getting trained by a humongous single target comp that has, you know, super heavy single target combo. Like, for example, Fury Warrior Feral, Fury Warrior Red. That could be really hard to heal to your teammate, you know. And the strength of Resto Shaman. The strength of Resto Shaman, not many people talk about this, but I sure Shaman gets the strongest the smaller the map is into casters. For example, when you face mages, SPs, elemental bunkers, every caster, warlocks, SPs on small maps, the Shaman gets so much value of totems behind pillars, the range of it, because it will cover the whole map, like Blackrock, whole arena, or Hook Point. So yeah, basically casters, like always. Shaman is strong into casters, so Windshield, grounding, Purge as well, you know. You have a lot of potential to find windows to kill with a static behind the pillar. And then lasso the guy to kill him. You can knock him, you can root, you can capstan someone, hex. You have a lot of utility in Shaman. This is one of the things why I like it a lot. And yeah, the strength is basically you're really disruptive as a healer. You play a lot of momentum. It's like a disc priest. Disc priest plays a lot of momentum, so your team don't have the pressure. It's kind of hard to play, and that's when you need to swift how the game is going, and find the momentum yourself with like a play, like a static on someone into hex, or like a root, or like a static behind the pillar into lasso, or like a lasso the healer without a mastery so they don't kick you or stop it, you know, stuff like this. Tips for Shaman, just to finish the guide, my boys. The static usage, now we're talking about static, for example. Now it's hard to get more statics because it got nerfed. Now it's 1.4 minutes instead of 1 minute cooldown. How to use it and why sometimes it doesn't work. Basically, it has like a distance cap. So for example, you cannot move the guy from here to, from there to here, you know, it's way too much distance. So you need to like, I don't know exactly how much is it, but you can move the guy from here to here, for example, or to here to here, or to here to there, but not from down there to here. That's way too much, you know. Also, sometimes the totem won't work, obviously because of the distance, or because they are knock DR from, not from your knock, but from other people's knocks maybe, which that rarely happens, or because they're rooted, or because you are doing it around a corner. Sometimes it works around corners, but sometimes it doesn't. It depends a lot on the ping of the player or your ping as well. Obviously, you cannot drag someone and make him, how do you say it, cross the entire wall, go instead of the wall and go behind. Even though I have seen it happen in Dalan Arena. And yeah, how to use it. You should probably use it. Basically, there is two ways of using it, to kill or to survive. How do you use it to kill? You are behind the pillar, like always, defending your totems. And you see the warrior has no trinket, you have a lasso already, no trinket, no reflect, no blazer, we can't do anything about it. You got him, grip him behind, root or insta lasso, and win the game on it. I have done it a billion times to win arenas like this. And that's why one of the things Shaman is decent right now, because lasso is a thing. And you have a lot of potential, you know, with the static into lasso. Another way of using it is just basically using it to peel your team. Okay? So for example, your SP that is not mobile at all, and the water is popping Blaze Storm, or the Wind Walker is blasting with images, or Fist of Fury, or whatever. Then you can drag them away from your guy, just to buy some time, you know, or to stop the Blaze Storm. Because you move the Blaze Storm away, you pull it away. Or basically you can do it like offensively too, not to kill with the lasso behind the pillar, but you can literally just do it by, for example, just to stack them. Like for example, you play with a Demo Hunter, play with a Wind Walker, the root is in a let's say you're playing Walker Shadow Priest, the healer is in a full fear, and after the fear you want to stack them with the DPS, boom, you drag him on the fear to the melees, boom, triple X-up, you know? Like, that's how you need to think about. That's how you will use static, for example. And totem drop position. This is one thing that I don't see anyone talk about this, but this is really important, and I've been using it and abusing it since I started playing Shaman. Totems drop on a different... They drop on a different wave. So, for example, Healing Stream drops bottom right, you know? Tremor drops top left. Grounding drops bottom left, you know. So water totems always drop here. Okay. Grounding always drop here, and tremor always drop there. Okay. The other ones now you need to aim them. So instead of putting a healing tide here and move it behind the pillar, if you are close, you can literally just move, because it always drops down here, bottom right. You turn the camera like this, aim it like this, and you see it's on the pillar. Let's say the pillar is there. then you put the camera like this, drop it, you know? With the grounding, the same. Let's say the pillar is there. I turn the camera like this, put the ground in there, boom, you know? And this is how you do it. Tremor, you need to turn the camera because it goes top left of the position of the thingy, of the square, top left. So you just drop it there and it will go there. It was the same with Skyferry. No totem drop on top right, unless I'm mistaken right now. I don't think any totem drops here. And that's basically it. And it's really important to abuse it because you can save to use totem projection, you know? Or like just put the ground behind the pillar so they cannot kill it. You know, stuff like this. Anyway, that's it, my boys. I'll try my best to do the best guide as possible. Obviously, I don't have as much time as I would love to. I hope you guys enjoy it. Whatever questions you guys need, make sure to ask me on Discord. I will type it on the comments. I will put my Twitch there where I stream every single day. Every single healer as well. And yeah, whatever you guys need, let me know on Discord, let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to help you all. Okay, I'll see you on my next stream tomorrow, and hopefully you guys have a good The War Within release. Have a good one and peace out. Peace.